Good evening, my brother knights. May I introduce myself? I am Father Adolfo Novio, currently an associate priest of the parish of the Immaculate Conception and Assumption of Our Lady in Tuckahoe, New York. I am a member of the Kio Council 2108 of the Knights of Columbus in my parish, and I was ordained priest of the Archdiocese in 2015. I would like to make a note that the Knights of Columbus in Archdiocese was instrumental in my studies in theology through their financial assistance to the seminarians. May I thank you. Thank you for the opportunity that you have given Gabriel and I and the team and the organization to talk to you this evening. You might have a long list of agenda in this meeting, as you probably are involved in the parish activities this holy Lenten season and on Easter, but yet you gave us some few minutes of your time to listen to our appeal tonight. I started to connect and work with Let's Build a Church organization around 2021 as we were coming out of the pandemic. Teresa and Gabriel contacted me because they wanted to know my thoughts and suggestions, my insights regarding their interest of building churches in the remotest place or places of the island of Samar. It was not just because I'm a priest that they needed my inputs, but because of the missionary sisters of the Poor of Christ, a congregation founded in 1978 in Samar. Now, as you probably heard of this organization, what they do, they only collaborate with religious sisters and brothers or the clergy of the diocese regarding their projects of building chapels and churches, both in Mexico, now in the Philippines. And it's made possible really through the collaboration of the bishop of the diocese and the sisters. You might really be curious how I am connected to the sisters in Samar while being a priest in New York. Probably Gabriel and Teresa already have told you a bit, but I was the first orphan of the orphanage of the MSP sisters. A year after the congregation was founded in a small barangay or village in Samar, the first baby that the orphanage took care was me. In fact, they rescued my mom after being abandoned by my father, and my mom gave birth to that probably cutest baby in that village that time. The sisters raised me together with other 10 orphans in the early 80s. After my high school in the province, I entered the seminary. You might think, what took me so long, to be ordained a priest from 1997 to 2015. It will be another session of vocation story that I will gladly share with you next time. But let me go back to the reason why I am here on this video with you, because this is the main reason why I'm connected to the organization of Gabriel and Teresa, because we collaborate in building churches in the remotest islands through the missionary sisters of the Poor of Christ. As I said, they only collaborate with the sisters or the clergy of the diocese through and with the permission of the bishop. After 2 years of building the 2 churches, collaborating through Zoom and text, finally we were able to visit, with God's providential love, the projects last month. Right after New Year, we traveled to the Philippines this summer, and then January 5 and 6th, we visited the 2 remote places where the organization successfully built chapels for the people who love the Eucharist. Gabriel probably will show you later, or have shown you already, some of the photos of our recent mission trips. However, one striking moment in our mission trip was the visit to the sub-provincial jail of the province, which is located in the island of Lauang. For years, I grew up, I was in elementary, they built this jail. And for years, they have been asking the church to build a chapel inside, but to no avail. In fact, for years also, since I came to New York, they've been asking through the lay people if I can help them build a church, but I don't have the means. Thank God I now am collaborating with this organization of Gabriel. So for years they didn't have really chapel, and Gabriel will probably show you some photos on how they celebrate the sacraments. It has been a dream and constant prayer of the persons deprived of liberty. In the Philippines, they call them the PDL, the prisoners. They wanted a place where they can worship, they can find God, they can receive the sacraments. For almost 30 years now, masses are celebrated outdoors. People are sitting on the ground and they have this makeshift altar on the steps, and that's all. So we reflected that villages need a church, of course, for their sacramental life. It is even more that we bring God to the most vulnerable, who constantly ask God's mercy and forgiveness. These persons deprived of liberty in the prison cells. And that what's even more striking to us is the people inside this jail are still waiting for justice. They are not convicted people. They are still waiting for justice, and justice is slow. And the more that they are there, the more that they long for God's help. If there's a group of people whom we thought need the sacrament more urgently, are these people. For so indeed, like you and me, are children of God. So on behalf of the organization, I appeal to your generosity that we can make this project possible for our brothers. In Matthew 25:36, Jesus said, "For when I was naked and you clothed me, when I was sick you visited me, and when I was in prison you came to me." My dear brother knights, thank you for listening, and may we have a very blessed journey in this holy Lenten season, and we may be filled with joy in the coming great Paschal feast of Easter. Let our mission on earth be more meaningful by reaching out to those people who are deprived of liberty. Thank you, really thank you for listening, and thank you for giving us time. Thank you for welcoming Gabriel, and may God bless you. God loves you.